So today we start with the Kings, right? And the structure of today's video is going to be a bit different than the last two videos because, as I alluded to in the past, the Kings are like the quote-unquote best drivers in their own categories. And to actually get to them, you need to beat 3 race days. And each of those race days has 8 events. And because I'm going for 100% completion, I'm gonna do all 23, no, 22. I think you need 22 event races to get the king to challenge you, and then you automatically dominate, and then you jump straight into the king's race days, right? Problem with that is watching 24 events of the same type is, sorry, 25 actually with the kings, is incredibly boring. So I used a lot of liberal cutting, where I just start the race, cut to the end of the race, rinse and repeat, right? And I just sped up all of the races for the drag king by 800%, and I will do a little bit of a voiceover later too about that, because I still have my own thoughts about the structure of the king races in ProStreet and the general boss structure and about the progression. But just so you know, this video may be quite a bit more boring than the previous ones, and it's just essentially it's a marathon through races essentially. And yeah, so thanks for watching anyway. To try them at least. And you notice immediately that it's like one of those more elite organizations, because there is of the teams is actually pretty bad, because you're actually you're supposed to do the teams as you are progressing in the story, like regularly, and well, not keep them up for like the end of the game. Bullshit. I mean, the Emperor just looks sick. It looks really good. But it's so bad. It's really, really bad. The main issue is it only has possibly stage 2 components, and it doesn't have a supercharger or a turbo. Like, and that guy is the grip king. That's I think it may well be on top of this, yeah. So, wait. Wait. Did you just drop an F-bomb? Did the MC just say he's fucking mad behind the wheel? What? So, one more event to go, and then it's the very next, then it's the next Grip Kings, no, not Gripping, G effect. The next G effect. Race day. Yeah. Repair marker is, you know, it's never bad, but it's also never really good. Yes, and I don't care about the damage. And I do not care about the damage. Boom. So that is one. I think the next one really might be Autopolis. Texas, okay. Fine with me, I guess. I thought it was like, you know, one from every, I guess I could say region. Why not? Let's keep things interesting. Or let's make things interesting.
You know, I wonder what the group runners boys think of Texas World Speedway. They've been doing the G-Effect races for quite some time now, so I wonder what would
They covered in the background.
Ray holds more grip race records at more tracks than even I could care to count, which is really saying something. I imagine he'll be looking to leave his mark.
Let's try the Corvette.
Get ready to let those drivers hear it, ladies and gents. Come on. This many top competitors lined up. The energy is brilliant. Every one of these drivers is going to go for broke. We've got the engine delivering.
Okay, wait. Huh. I've enjoyed this with the Camaro.
Yes, there's Gavin here from the group runners team in the Cosworth Ford Escort. Now, Gavin tells us.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Well, good news for us. There's an Apex fly driver. One thing for certain, too, he's not taking this contest for granted. He's really got a serious face on him. And the car starts.
Fuck damn. I think I'm gonna use the Camaro for high speed events. The Corvette for more handling focused ones.
Right, come on. Please clear the track, ladies and gents. Please clear the track. This is it. We're about to have all the cars on the course. This could be rare. All right, well, ladies and gents, get ready to shake the race engine. Ladies and gents, that is the start.
Phew! That was fun.
Well, how do you like that for racing, ladies and gentlemen? That was quite the show, especially for Ryan Cooper. He's cutting through every line of like he's getting slips on the line, which
I
actually
almost knocked down my mic.
it's looked pretty good for him this weekend, and although the final races are going to be very, very competitive, he stands to finish quite respectably. Now, I am being told right now in my left ear that the racing will be all over by 6. Yes, 6. Okay, sorry for the interruption, let's get back to it.
Let's short that with the Corvette.
Right, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we're ready to continue. But frankly, with this many cars in play, it's anyone's race up there now. Okay, let's hear it for these drivers. Come on, let's hear it.
Oops.
Several people have picked Ryan Krieger as pre-race favourite, and now I can see why. He's been absolutely magnificent at G this weekend. To find your way to the podium once could be... From my point of view, the word muscle springs to mind, that's for sure. It's going to make for some interesting battles out there today, that's for sure. Now this is right up here. Racing. This has certainly turned into a GM to remember, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Krieger has played an astonishing performance. And I can't remember the last time I saw one driver so completely dominate the race. Well, earlier today we had a few... Oh yes, this is going to be wicked. These drivers are going to be tested to the fullest. Only the fastest will survive. There's the signal light going racing, ladies and gentlemen.
That's okay. Still, 4.3 grand. That is plenty. That are plenty of points.
I must say, Ryan Krieger's given us the most commanding performance from a driver since the Group King himself, Ray Krieger. Cooper's pretty...
I like that Corvette. I like that Corvette an awful lot. It's a very good handling car.
Oh, there's just so much fever out there, so come on, let's go. There's no room for mistakes out there. This is not the place to be caught out. It has become, this is what we're waiting for.
Never thinking twice. That's disgusting. Come on, third. Okay, at least podium. Ah, almost second too. Still, what the hell?
Let's give
Ah.
a big tip of the hat to Ryan Cooper. That last race was absolutely
Yes.
unbelievable. Cooper's...
Willow Springs. I'm gonna get my launcher. A Corvette. I'm a Camaro. I'm definitely gonna get my launcher for the whole Steve mile. Camaro or Corvette? Corvette. Corvette. For some reason, the Camaro is just much quicker, like has a much higher top speed than the Corvette, but he handles much worse. It handles much worse.
Willow Springs today, ladies and gentlemen. Now,
So let's see if I have to face the terror of religion. Full force. Oh yeah, of course I do. That 911 is... Ugh. But it looks so good. Have to log in. I mean... Yeah, we are up to a fucking bad start. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Friends, what are you doing? I think it's pretty interesting for the group runners that the only member who doesn't drive an all-wheel drive car is the team boss. Oh, ow, fuck, no, 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 shit, 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 no, ow. Yeah, no, I need to restart.
Ooh, that's kind of small. Yikes.
Whoa! That could have totaled my car. Do you fucking mind, Gavin? Gavin? What the... Bro, you're throwing me off. Move, man! Jeez. Discussing which route is just curb stomping me. At least gives me an idea for a thumbnail. Ow!
Whew, mamma mia.
Yes.
Now, if I can just take a moment of your time, we have Tony Miller from the Tokyo Union team here.
We'll try
67 Camaro, built for drifting.
this time attack first. I need to get the points because if I don't, how to put it, if I can't win at the high speed events, I need to get points at least in a different manner, you know. I really, really hope that I can outhandle that Porsche. Are you kidding me, Rudy? Really? You bastard! Yeah. Ow. Whew. That's one. But yeah, Rudy.
All kinds of battles breaking out this weekend, and the pressure is most definitely on. Now, around the guys with the cars, I've heard quite a few things about Ryan Cooper. Namely, he was quite a street racer. So, in my...
That is Rudy. And once I'm done with thingy, what's it called, with G effect, then I'm gonna do the speed challenges. And the speed challenges have a fucking Zonda in them. Wow. GG me. And I just used cash. No matter, I have enough. Oh no no no! Fuck my life. That's annoying. That is annoying. Okay. Good. That's that.
Well, what do you make of that? It's been a stellar
Really?
weekend of racing so far. Ryan Cooper's looking really quite comfortable out there. No doubt because he's not racing with the police. He's really tucked away some nice finishes under his belt, and I think he's hoping to keep the momentum going.
Interesting.
Before we carry on, I'm just waiting for the word.
Very interesting. A grip class event. And there's only 4 members from G Effect. Interesting. So yeah, that's G Effect, Rudy's G Effect, a GTR Proto. Oh great. I mean, I admit I'm not terribly worried, but a GTR Proto. Sorry, Sayoko.
How do you like that for racing, ladies and gentlemen? That was quite the show, especially for Ryan Cooper. He's coming through every lineup like his pit slips on the line, which actually, come to think of it, is something he's very familiar with. It's looked pretty good for him this weekend, as the level of racing is just that much better than anywhere else.
But I only have 10 repair coupons left, that's just so.
I'm excited to say we've got a driver representing Great Runners today.
Word. Oh, right. No matter. I need to do it anyway. Or I'll eventually anyway need the points. That was rough, buddy. And I didn't get a lot of points, but I won.
There's been some top-notch racing so far, the best is yet to come. How about Ryan Cooper out there? Cooper's been running his own race, stayed consistent, and now there is...
It was something else.
Brace yourselves, everybody. Brace yourselves, people. This is going to be brilliant. All these drivers playing for more than cash. This is for reputation, the ultimate stakes. It's time for the well, everybody. Get ready to let these drivers hear you.
I still think I did well. This man is so goddamn quick.
Well, that was quite an effort.
Ah!
Oh, what's this? Oh, I don't believe it. That's Ray Krieger. Now, the Grip King can only be here for one reason, ladies and gentlemen, and that is to challenge Ryan Cooper. Oh, a battle is imminent. Let's give a big tip of the hat to Ryan Cooper. That last race was absolutely unbelievable. Cooper's...
Okay. Boss challenge. Tak to shootout. Grip King. Alright, Grip. Dun, dun. Yes, let's do it.
Well, Willow Springs has seen some really big races in its day, ladies and gents, but today we're in for a truly heroic battle. Ryan Cooper has managed to fight his way through the last several GFF races. He's shown flashes of brilliance, although he's not been quite as successful as you might have hoped for. Now, we'll see if he can rise to this occasion, as he's going to be facing Ray Krieger, the Grip King, the head of Grip Runners, and surely one of the best group drivers in the world. Now, in fairness to...
What does that with? Honestly, I think my 240 can take him.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Ray Krieger is here to fight for his crown. The Grip King does not fancy upstarts at all. Well, you look at that. Seems Cooper has really made the Grip King a wee bit angry. Oh, hey, there's no call for that, Krieger. Well, the Grip King's saying that if Cooper even lasts till the third race, that he'll put up the pink slip to that brand new M3. Ladies and gents, that is the start.
What's the music? Oh yeah. I really think I should install an AI overhaul to make Oh no, the game a bit more difficult. Probably not gonna let him view. Ray? You good, fam? Ah, whoops. Ow. No, no, no. Okay, that was a bit scary. No, I'm not gonna be able to lap him. Pity. At least not you. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lap him on the grip race. But not here on the time. Ow.
Pathetic.
Top kick.
Right, if the Group King was entertaining any thoughts that Ryan Cooper has got by on look, he's just learned the hard way.
I'm gonna use the launcher for that. Because of the superior all-wheel drive grip. Oh, it's also Steve Mine in reverse. That's annoying, dude. Where's the music always gone when I'm loading into one of those races? I know that they're boss events, but there is no epic boss music either, so let me jam to ProStreet's fantastic soundtrack.
You're a fucking disappointment.
So that's that.
I hesitate to call it the race of the year, but you know, I just don't know how else to describe it. We've got Brian Cooper going against Ray Krieger, and for the first time in, I can't remember when, someone's actually giving the Grip King a close race. Cooper's not managed to take the win, but then again, it's not over yet either. Now, if I can also... Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the Grip King himself, Ray Krieger. The other drivers must be cringing with all like driving with him out there.
Reverse. So let's see if I can't lap him. Yeah, I mean he pulls the awareness rate, yeah, but that's because this car has about as much power stock as my car does with tune, so but I got him in the corners. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm gonna do the drag king next, cause I've already been doing the G event races for like nearly 2 hours, and but drag racing is very quick, so that means next time I stream, probably Friday, I guess, Thursday or Friday. I'm gonna then do a speed challenge with Lucky. Noise comfort. I'm actually not sure if I can let him after all. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's really an embarrassment for a boss. Nah, I'm not gonna be able to lap him. That's okay though. But I got a minute. I got a minute of the time. And I got an M3 to sell. I am the Grip King. There, goddamn right. Dun, 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 dun. I just need to check something. And we owe you 55%. It's okay. Yes, it's gonna hurt, but rules are rules, and the rule of this challenge is I can only own classic cars, so... speed. There we are. Challenger, Charger, carry him to victory. Just need to try something. So I'm curious.
You know who else showed up today? We've got Ryan Cooper putting in an appearance. Cooper's been looking real sharp on the strip lately. The rogue speed guys just had to get him out here to see how he do. He has clocked a ton of hours on the late night drag race scene, so we are glad to have him with us here today. Alrighty, just a second.
Half mile, quarter mile.
Give me the one with cheese.
Challenger. Fucking Joe Tack,
Earlier, he's got a lot of talent, guys. Got a total gift on the strip. It's ridiculous. Keep your eyes on him. That is my man, right?
Yes. So as I said before, I wanted to talk a bit about the structure of these teams and the overall progression within these teams in Need for Speed ProStreet, as well as just some absolutely insanely stupid decisions by Electronic Arts. Firstly, each team has, I think, 5 members, including its boss, and among these 5 members, there is always at least one member who is just much more of a threat than the boss, him or herself, which kind of defeats the purpose of the boss, especially because these bosses don't have how to put it, massively improved AI that would show how good of a driver they are, that they still can beat their own team members who outperform them car-wise or something like that. It just doesn't work that way. Because the AI in ProStreet, as much as I love it, is kinda wonky. And yeah. And the thing is, I also wanted to, talk about the progression within these elite event type thingies. Because as I said in the beginning of the video, you get access to these events very early on in the game. You just need to beat 10 track records, and 10 track records is very easy to beat. Chances are you, as I did in this entire playthrough, get invited to G-Effect, which is like the allegedly elite group organization, I think after 3 or 4 race days. Then follows the drag, then the drift, and then the speed challenges, usually. And the issue with that is the game assumes that, okay, you unlock you unlock them, and you jump straight into them, right? But I and a lot of other people, I'm pretty sure, like to play ProStreet and the racing games in a way that when they know there is a boss coming up, that you take that boss and do them at the end, because, well, you know, the whole thing with the final bosses, right? And it just doesn't work that way, or it doesn't work that way to still be interesting in ProStreet, because the first 2 race days of each organization pose absolutely no threat. As we saw with the Grip King, the first 2 race days were incredibly piss easy in Mondello and the Texas Speedway. They were incredibly easy, and only the one in Willow Springs posed a problem because of 2 team members of Ray Krieger's and not Ray Krieger himself. Team member number 1 is Rudy Chen in his Porsche 911 Turbo, and number 2 is Hendrik Dehn in his S4. They are significantly more threatening, significantly better opponents than Ray Krieger, even though he is allegedly the Grip King, right? And the same thing applies to Karol Monroe, who has, I think, a Chevy GT500 in her team, while she drives a Mustang for some reason that absolutely makes no sense to me. Same applies to Nate Denver, who has a fucking Zonda in his team. And to a lesser degree, Aki Kimura is the only exception to that, because the RX-7 is a very, very good drift car. But yeah, it just doesn't make sense how the teams are set up and how the bosses that correspond with these teams are set up, because the bosses are usually much, much weaker. And this could be easily elevated, it could have been easily alleviated if they had just given the bosses, you know, decent cars. But no, Ray gets a BMW M3 that doesn't have a super auto, like, it doesn't have a charger, it doesn't have any form of forced induction, and I think it's only on stage 3 engine versus stage 4, which is, like, you know, everyone else, every other boss. So he gets knocked out because the people who designed the car just didn't, you know, give it the maximum power, because an M3 with full upgrades is an okay grip car in ProStreet. Karol has the issue that she gets a regular Mustang, and I really don't understand why they didn't give her, you know, a Chevy GT500, which has baseline more brake horsepower, or about the same brake horsepower as her Mustang does, or a Corvette, or a GTO, or something that is, you know, more of a contender, more of a better tier drag car, right? Especially considering, as I said before, that if I'm not mistaken, one of her team members has a Chevy GT500. That doesn't make any sense. Nate Denver, as we'll see in the next video, has the same issue. He drives the GTO, which technically is actually a pretty good car if you can control it, but it handles like a greased pig, and you can tune however much you want. It still is a shit speed car. Why not give him, I don't know, what could they have given him that is in the base game that would have been a significant improvement over the GT500, over the GTO. A Skyline maybe, or I don't know, maybe a Corvette or something like that. Just something that makes sense, you know. And like I said, Aki Kimura is the only king who actually poses somewhat of a risk. So yeah, but the Kings really showcase that, as much as I love ProStreet, it is a game that has a lot of issues, and the AI, or rather the opponents that you face, are incredibly imbalanced and just sometimes absolutely nonsensical. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I, as you can see, left the actual races against the Kings unedited. They're just raw footage, maybe with a meme or two thrown in, but yeah, that's about it. And I will see you next time for Aki and Nate Denver. So yeah, take care, bye. So we have wheelie quarter half.
Alright, check this out, people. Our man Ryan Cooper's put in some serious work to bag one crown for himself. And I'm thinking he's... We're just moments away from the matchup of the year, folks. We've got the Drag King lining up against Ryan Cooper. Well, alright, look at that. Karol Monroe is heating up those tires. Let them burn. Let them burn. Oh, yeah, we got a little show there from Karol Monroe. Man, this is going to be truly epic. The crown of the Drag King is totally up for grabs. Oh, ho, ho, is she ready?
Mustang is actually quite okay. The Mustang is quite okay. Almost, exactly. Almost. That is the keyword. Let's do this properly.
Are you guys seeing this or what? Ryan Cooper's been brilliant out there. The guy's making all... This race is for real, y'all. We've got the Drag King, Karol Monroe, to show us how it's done. Check out that Mustang. That GT is one of the fastest street-legal cars in the country. Smoking them down to the wire. Jimmy, the tree's gonna light up. Let's keep it.
Sorry, what? Why are the bosses so bad in ProStreet? At least the bosses other than Rio and arguably Aki. But honestly, Aki's biggest problem is that he drifts on Tokyo. Tokyo is bad. OE3 all-time maniac. You know what it is.
Honest, I'm not saying I'm surprised, but still, I never thought I would see this day. Karol and Rose got one last chance to pull this out, because Ryan Cooper is just 1,320 feet away from becoming the next road speed drag king. I gotta tell you that the worst part of all of
So,
this race is for real, y'all. We've got the drag king here on the road to show us how it's done. She's one of those things that you pay for a room. She is not someone you want to challenge. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I love it. I love it, dude. That is some serious smoke right there. This is what you came to see, everybody.
step 11. Come on, Karol. Come on, Karol. Interesting. So you need to hit the middle of the bar. The middle of the green bar for it to be perfect, otherwise it's a good shit. $10.87. Nice. And that's that. I am the Drag King. Nice. Just curious. I mean, I'm gonna sell the card because of Monroe, but I'm curious. 767. Yeah, I think Aki is 11, Nate is 11, Ryu is 11. Yeah, 100% wants to beat all of the kings. Sweet. I'm just curious. How much power? What? That little? My god, Karol. Yes. Before I quit the stream, I'm just gonna, you know, pump some power into my other cars. Just to prep them for the next session. Finish the stream for today. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you presumably tomorrow or on Friday for maybe the last leg of the game. I'm not sure. We'll see. Well, take care. Bye bye.